Chance the Rapper's wife has officially filed for divorce. Kristen Corley, she was in court Friday and filed for divorce. They were married for 5 years. They announced their separation back in April, and now she's made the first move as far as filing for divorce.
All right, y'all, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you is straight up wild. Picture this.
Y'all really be reaching. And he's never going to address this, but all I have to say is we were literally at an event.
A rapper who skyrocketed to fame, earned Grammys, and became the face of independent success, only to lose it all because of his marriage. Yes, his marriage. This isn't your typical fall from grace story. It's one of love, loyalty, and a career derailed in the most unexpected way. So grab your popcorn, because we're about to spill all the tea on how Chance the Rapper's happily ever after turned into a cautionary tale for the ages. Chance the Rapper, once hailed as the golden boy of hip-hop, commanded the industry with hits like Acid Rap and Coloring Book. At his peak, he was pulling in 8 million monthly listeners, selling millions of those iconic 3 hats, and inspiring a generation by staying independent.
Been paid for braces, been paid for ballet classes, been paid for debate classes.
How much merch money
for
you making,
swim
man?
lessons.
Come on, give it up.
I made $6 million in 1 year off these hats, yo. Woo.
He turned down record deals left and right, opting instead to build his empire his way. But then, it all started to unravel. And believe me when I say, you won't believe what went down. Let's rewind to the beginning. Chance and his childhood sweetheart Kristen Corley tied the knot in 2019. On the surface, their love story seemed like a fairy tale. Chance even devoted his first studio album, The Big Day, to celebrating their wedding. He called it the most important day of his life, and the album was meant to immortalize that moment. But as sweet as that sounds, the album turned out to be, well, a disaster. Critics tore it apart, fans were left scratching their heads, and memes like, "I love my wife," flooded the internet. What was supposed to be a heartfelt tribute ended up tanking his credibility. And let's be real, in hip-hop, public perception is everything. So, what went wrong? For starters, the album's concept, centered around marital bliss, felt out of touch. It lacked the grit and relatability that had made Chance a household name. Tracks like Hot Shower became meme fodder, and even prominent critics like Anthony Fantano slapped it with a brutal 0 out of 10. Yes, you heard that right. 0. Fans who had grown up loving Chance's raw, unfiltered storytelling on Acid Rap were left wondering, what happened to the guy who made us feel something? But here's the kicker. It wasn't just the album's reception that hurt Chance's career. His marriage itself became a source of controversy. In April 2023, a video surfaced of Chance at a carnival, getting a little too cozy with another woman. While some argued it was all part of the culture, Carnival is known for its celebratory dancing. Others weren't so forgiving. The internet exploded with debates, memes, and, of course, judgment. By December 2024, Kirsten had officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. And just like that, the Golden Boy's fairy tale was over. But let's take a moment to unpack how this affected his music. After the big day, Chance disappeared from the charts. No new albums, no chart-topping singles, just silence. Fans hoped he'd bounce back, but instead, the weight of public scrutiny seemed to paralyze him. His once loyal fan base began to dwindle, and the rapper who had been pegged as the next big thing became a cautionary tale. And y'all, it gets messier. Chance's former manager, Pat Corcoran, filed a lawsuit alleging unpaid expenses and creative negligence. According to Pat, Chance ignored professional advice and rushed the big day despite glaring issues. The lawsuit even claimed that Chance's lack of focus led to poor album sales and canceled tours. Imagine being at the top of your game only to have it all fall apart because you didn't listen to the people trying to help you. What's even more shocking is how this once independent powerhouse seemed to lose his footing entirely. While the big day flopped, Chance's absence from the music scene only made things worse. He stopped connecting with his fans, leaving many to wonder if he even cared about his career anymore. The longer he stayed silent, the more his critics' voices grew louder. So, where does this leave Chance now? In 2024, he began dropping singles that hinted at a return to form. Tracks like Buried Alive showcased vulnerability and raw emotion, and fans started to believe he might stage a comeback. The song's lyrics delved into his struggles with depression and the pressure of fame, showing a side of Chance that many had missed. But the shadow of the big day still looms large. Critics argue that no matter how good his new music is, the stigma of that disastrous album and the personal drama surrounding it might be impossible to shake. And here's the heartbreaking part. Chance's story isn't just about a career gone wrong. It's about the pressure of living up to an image, the cost of vulnerability, and the brutal reality of an industry that's quick to turn on its stars. Love and loyalty are beautiful, but in Chance's case, they became the very things that derailed his trajectory. Let's not forget how public opinion shifted so drastically. Chance's once adoring fans became his harshest critics. The internet's unforgiving nature amplified every misstep, turning his personal life into a spectacle. The memes about "I love my wife" weren't just jokes. They were daggers that cut deep into his reputation. And while Chance tried to rise above the noise, it's clear that the damage was done. So, what do you think? Can Chance the Rapper redeem himself? Or has his big day come and gone? One thing's for sure, this story isn't over yet. Stay tuned for more updates, because in the world of hip-hop, anything can happen. And remember, the next time someone says, "I love my wife," it might just come with a cautionary tale.